This is 149. Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody. This is episode 149 of... Oh, right? Yeah. 149, correct? Fuck, man. I've been doing this for almost 150... Yeah, it's 149. Jesus. Jeez Louise. This episode 149 of Very Really Good, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. One of my lights just went out. That's cool. Good start. Good start. You're probably noticing that I shaved my fucking mustache. Stop swearing in the first minute, Kurt. Probably noticed that I shaved my mustache. It's weird. It feels weird. Whenever I've been doing this thing, whenever I'm like watching a video or thinking, I'll do this. I'll stroke the stash. But several times today, I've gone to go do that, and it's gone. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? What the fuck? Feels weird, man. Feels weird. I didn't do this because you guys. All right, I didn't do this because I got of the hundreds of comments that told me to shave. All right, I didn't do it because of that. This is a personal decision. All right. I woke up this morning. And I was like, and I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like changing it. I feel like changing it up. Okay? So that's it. And it feels, and I'm sorry, okay? I know there are some people who are fans of the stash and I let you down. All right? It's going to be weird going out in public now, even though I'm always wearing a mask. But you can always tell. You can always tell when you have a mustache and you sort of get this newfound perspective on life. And even through a mask, you can tell when someone else has a mustache, and you give that silent sort of nod to each other, and it's like a mutual understanding. It's like, yeah, we're sort of one and the same. And, I won't get to experience that anymore. And it's pretty sad, but it's going to come back. It's going to come back bushier and thicker than ever. All right. It's going to be thick as hell. It's going to be thick as fuck, dude. My mustache is going to be so thick. It's going to be twerking on my lip, dude. This is going to be my mustache when it comes back. That's what I imagine. Anytime anyone twerks, it's always very funny to picture them farting. But yeah, man, I'm bald. My friggin' top lip is bald. It looks weird, man. I'm not used to it. But it's all good, We're moving forward. We're there are a few things in life we can control, but facial hair is one of them, or the lack thereof, or the removal of said facial hair is one of them. And that's cool, I was supposed to get an actual haircut today, but, shit came up. I couldn't. So maybe one day, I think I'm going to get one on Saturday. So I can trim up this fucking mop on my head, dude. But yeah, man, exciting stuff happening in the podcast world, bro. We got exciting shit going on that I can't really speak on yet. But just know it's exciting. And I'm stoked to get it going. But more stuff that I can talk about. We got the Patreon dropping next week. Next week with episode 150. Patreon's coming out. Going to have a bonus episode attached to it. So if you want to support the podcast, you can check that out when I drop it. And yeah, I just want it to be like, this is already, I feel like it's a pretty tight knit community, on the Very Really Good channel. But I just want it to feel even more, even more tight knit. Okay. So yeah. I'm going to be doing Q&As and stuff on there. So if you have any questions or suggestions you want for the Patreon bonus episodes, leave them down below, I want to do some more Q&A stuff for just me personal stuff. And so maybe leave some questions you want me to answer on the first podcast, bonus podcast. But yeah, what else fucking happened this week, bro? What else? Oh, I uploaded a video. last Friday. It was Barbie versus Bratz, where we watched a Barbie movie, and then we watched a Bratz movie, and then we decided which one was the best. And spoiler alert, Bratz won. Bratz came out on top. But crazy thing, man, video went to #1 on trending in America. It's the first time it's ever happened. I think in Canada it only got to #5, which is kind of fucked up because I'm Canadian. Come on, guys. Come on. Hey, Justin Trudeau, I know you're in charge. I know you're in charge of the YouTube trending page. Justin Trending. Trunding? Justin Trunding? All right? What you doing? Justin Trudeau, don't play with me like that, my guy. Put me on #1 in Canada, you asshole. I'm trying my best. I got to represent for the Canadians. Okay? But it's all good. I'm #1 in America. Well, not anymore, but my video is #1 in America, which is very cool. Considering 3 minutes in, I had a bit about Barbie's asshole. So that's fun, man. YouTube is, sometimes I look at the trending page and I'm like, this is stupid because I'm not on here. And then, some days I look on the trending page and I'm on there and I'm like, you know what? It's not so bad after all. Trending page should literally just be my videos. It should just be me and my friends' videos, okay? Me, Jacob, Dean, Drew, Danny, all of us. Jarvis, Nick, Gus, Eddie, all of us, dude. That's what the trending page should be. And that'd be probably not the best look now that I think of it. But can you blame me? I like when me and my friends succeed, okay? And YouTube should know that as well. And YouTube should sort of bend over backwards for us. Gets on trending, gets #1 on trending, and this is how I act now. Okay, now more for me. This isn't enough. But no, that's very cool. Shout out YouTube. Thank you for putting me on there. And I want to address something in my most recent video. I didn't do the extra greeting at the beginning of it. Okay? Let's talk about it. All right? Whenever I do it, okay? Whenever I do the extra greeting, all the comments are, Kurtis, you look like you're so depressed when you do the extra greeting. You can stop. It's fine. We don't need it, all right? You don't need to do it. So that's nice to read. And then when I don't do it, everyone's like, what are you doing, man? You can't not do it. I know people are joking. It doesn't actually fucking matter, but, I'm just gonna, I think I might just phase it out. As time goes on, especially when you're like a creator, I guess, a comedian, especially, I guess. I don't want to be, I think this is just like the curse of like being someone who wants to be, or an artist, I guess. I don't fucking know. You don't want to be known for like a thing, right? And if someone just comes to I don't know. It's weird. I just don't, I want to just switch things up. I don't want to be tied to one thing, even though I did it for like fucking 2 years. I think it's time, I think it's time to just phase it out. So fucking pour one out for the extra greeting, man. I'll have to make an in memoriam video, post it on Twitter or something of the extra greeting, a super cut of all of them. Because, yeah, man, I mean, it's fun to look back on and stuff. But I think, you know, you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, right? You know, I just, you know, you can't. You got to switch it up. So that's it. There you go. Let's not make a big deal out of it. All right. You know, in the words of Nelly Furtado, why do all good things come to an end? Flames to dust, lovers to friends. Why do all good things come? You see, dude, I'm singing Canadian music, some Canadian content, some CanCon, all right? And you can't even put me on number one. You can't even put me on number one, Canada? More like Canada, because you can't do it. I look so weird without a mustache now, man. Every time I look at my fucking camera viewfinder, I'm like, who is this? Weird looking fucking dude, though. Weirdo. All right, some other stuff that happened this week. Let's change the subject and let me drink some water. Okay, took too big of a gulp. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just fucking throw up on my mic. Dude, I don't even fucking want to talk about this, but I feel like I have to. I was in a Deaf Noodles video. Let me find the fucking thumbnail, dude. What the hell? I typed in YouTube, brought me to Amazon. Huh? I mean, come on. Okay. Okay, I was in a Deaf Noodles video. If you don't know who Deaf Noodles is, he's like he talks about like influencer YouTuber news, I guess. He does like commentary stuff about it, I guess. Which is fine, you know. It's not my cup of tea, but all the power to him. But bro, put me in the fucking title of his video and the thumbnail, and it says Curtis Connor goes off on Trisha Paytas. And like, one, I fucking didn't. I didn't do that, That makes me seem like that makes it seem like I was like in the same room as her and I was like, fuck you. I guess I said it in a British accent for some reason too. If I was in a room with British Paytas? No, Trisha Paytas. British Paytas. Fuck you, Ethan. I'm leaving the podcast. No, it makes me seem like I was in the same room as her and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, Trisha. Stupid idiot. But clearly I wasn't. And okay, the clip, let's watch it. Where am I at? Where's my fucking face here? Okay. Oh, I got an ad. Damn it. I got an ad, guys. So there you go, Deaf Noodles. I'm giving you some cash, dude. Giving you some cash, man. For this fucking ad. All right. Let me record the screen for my freaking editor.
Say that with a straight face because I believe it to be true. And moving on, Curtis Connor shared his thoughts on the Unfrenemies.
It is so weird how I'm seeing I see TikToks and tweets about it, how all right, this is it. Now I can no longer support Trisha. And it's like, this is it? Great. This is the thing that made you stop?
What few people seem to understand, folks, is that Frenemies has the redemption power that no other podcast has ever had in the history of YouTube. Like, for example, if Ethan Klein were to choose a human personification of a mole rat, Keemstar, everybody would
excuse all the other stuff, the anti-Semitic stuff that she said. She faked having a disorder, I'm pretty sure.
Trisha did not fake having DID, folks. It's called professional trolling. Very different.
Okay. So yeah, that was me going off. Yo, dude, I fucking kind of went off though. I'm not gonna lie. I went off. If that's going off, dude, what? Yeah, that's like that. I pretty much talked like how I was like order a coffee. Like that's like the temperament I was at. I was at like a 2, right? Literally, if there was a video of me being like, "Yeah, can I get like a medium coffee?" and that like went out on the internet, like Curtis Connor goes off on barista, fucking owns noob barista by ordering a medium coffee, you know. I mean, I get it, you know, you got to clickbait it a bit, you know, and it worked, man. I got clickbaited. I watched it because I was like, did I go off on her? So then I tweeted, I was like, yo, get me out of this thumbnail, right? Because who else I'm in it with? I'm in the thumbnail with dude, there's Trisha Paytas, Gabby Hanna, PewDiePie, and then me. What am I doing there? That is a nightmare blunt rotation right there, dude. Nightmare. Me, Trisha Paytas, Gabby Hanna, and PewDiePie. If we were all hanging out, it'd be the worst night of my life. Nightmare blunt rotation, dude. Trisha Paytas would be all like, "Hey, yo, pass me the blunt, brother," because she's British, you know. British Paytas. That's my new favorite character that I'm going to do a one-man show. And it's going to be called British Paytas. And it's going to be the life and story is going to chronicle the entire rise and fall of Trisha Paytas, but if she was British. And I'm going to go like real method. I'm going to go method with it, dude. It's going to get awards, dude. Performing at Edinburgh. Oh shit, I didn't pin my new video. That's kind of cringe of me. Okay, when did I tweet this? Okay, yeah. Okay, I said get me out of this thumbnail. And then, dude, there's so much to go over. One of my Twitch mods, and Discord mods, Jam, they responded to my tweet about that and said Curtis about to be dragged by Trisha Paytas for 30 minutes, and it's just going to be her saying, "I don't know who he is." And then Trisha quote tweeted that and said, "I literally can't even keep up with all my cancellations right now. Laughing face emoji. One at a time, please. They're all getting jumbled together." So that's fun. Dude, I can't even keep up with how much I'm being canceled right now. Well, you know, I'm so much of a shitty person that I can't even keep track of it. Okay, I should stop talking about this because I'm going to get put into another fucking Death Noodles video. And I don't want that. Okay, leave me out of it. I just wanted to talk about it. Just please, leave me out of this. I get it, though. I get it. And also, dude, I wouldn't have gotten put into a drama video if someone didn't fucking rat me out. Someone sent it to them. And I'm not okay with that. Stitches get stitches, snitches get stitches. You know? But let's move on from that. I got, you know, no hate to Death Noodles, dude. I get it. But I just thought it was very funny that was me going off, you know? I thought that was funny to me. I thought it was funny, all right, and that's fine. Okay, dude, I want to talk about something that I found out that really pissed me off. Let's change the subject really quick. I'm going to get some more water. Nice. I found out that people who work at weed stores, like people who like at a high-end like weed store, I guess, where you go and you buy weed, a weed store. They're called budtenders, like budtenders. Like bartenders with budtenders. And I don't even think I can fucking articulate how much I hate that. That is so dumb. That is the cheesiest shit. Budtenders, dude. That sounds like a weird, like, chicken place. Welcome to Budtenders, where all your fucking chickens are your buddies. Eat them. Eat your fucking friends. Budtenders. How you gonna gentrify? It's like all the pictures are like just fucking white dudes with backwards hats being like, fucking yeah, dude. You want some weed? Yeah, tell me what you like. Oh, you like the purple fucking sativa, the gooch strain? Yeah, I'll give you the gooch strain, no problem. Dude. It's also like the fact that even exists, like that position, budtender, and there are still people like locked up in jail, like because of fucking like weed, because they dealt weed. That's fucked. That's so fucking crazy to me. Don't coin a new name for a job when there's people in jail for that thing, right? That's literally if you were like, if someone asks, that's like if you could have a job where you're like just a professional tax evader and you just say that, right? Yeah, I'm actually a tax frauder, full-time tax frauder for about 20 years. So it's like, hold on, there's people in jail for that and you're just allowed to do that? It's like, yeah, it's fine because it has like a name. It has like a name, so it's fine. Yeah, it has like a trendy name. So, that's fucking crazy, man. And imagine walking into like a not even a bar. If it's a budtender, I'm at the budtender. Oh, if you're smoking with me. If it's a budtender, the place you're walking in is called a bud, I guess, because they tend to the bar. This person's standing to the Ow, I just bit my tongue. Ow. Wish there was a tongue tender to friggin' help me patch my tongue up. Ouch. Do you need a degree to be a budtender? No fucking way you do. No. Dude, if you can major in something that someone's in jail for, that's crazy. Yeah, I got my doctorate in fucking murder. Yeah. I can murder someone and hide the body, no problem. I got my doctor's degree in fucking killing people. Yeah. I got my minors in animal abuse too, but yeah. Dude, budtender, man. And dude, this sucks. This photo sucks. It's like, yeah, dude, I got my fucking backwards trucker hat. And I'm literally so high right now. But, yeah. This is a real job. I mean, I'm all for, listen. You can smoke weed if you want. That's great. I have no problems against smoking weed, obviously. But it's so fucked. It is so crazy to me that this is a job that people can have. While there are people, mostly fucking people of color, that are, like in jail for fucking the same thing, right? Should you trust your budtender? This is an article. No. I'm not trusting anybody who calls himself a budtender, all right? Budtender, I hardly know her, okay? And I don't want to. literally, if I was going for a job, if I had like a job interview at this place at like a weed store, and they're like, all right, so yeah, you'll just be like selling weed to people, giving advice and stuff on like the different strains, and just educating them, and making them comfortable. If they need help, then help them. If they don't, that's fine. Give them what they want and just be a good employee. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, that sounds great, no problem. So am I like a cashier? Like, what's my title? And they're like, oh, you're actually, we sort of coined a term around here. You're actually a budtender. And then I'd be gone, and then I'd be out of the. They'd as soon as they finished the word budtender, half of me would be out the door. Half of me, and I'm in the back, and I'm in the very back of the store. But by the time they finished saying budtender, they would hear a sound like, what's the cartoon running sound effect? Like, they would hear that, and I'd be halfway out the door. They wouldn't even hear that. They say, yeah, budtender. And then as soon as left their mouth, I'd be on the sidewalk, walking home. You're like, well, I guess I won't have a job. I'm not getting called a fucking budtender, dude. I don't know. It's just so weird to me, man. If you're a budtender, fucking great. Good for you. All the power to you. But it is just shows how fucking backwards it is. How like there's a whole industry, a whole job for people. And they're literally all the people I'm looking at, they're mostly just fucking white people. Who are like, yeah, this is fine if we're behind a counter and we kind of, we market it as like this artisanal thing. But if you're someone who's just low income and trying to do this to feed their family and like, just around your neighborhood, you're going to fucking jail, dude. Right? Shit's so corny, man. Sorry to interrupt. Let's hear a word from today's sponsor. This episode of Very Really Good is sponsored by Bud Light Seltzer. Folks, there's really nothing better than an ice-cold beverage on a hot day, am I right? Especially up here in Canada. We live for the summertime because we only really get like 3 months of hot weather. And the perfect summertime drink is finally here. And it's, yup, you guessed it, Bud Light Seltzer. With only 80 calories and 1 gram of sugar per 355 milliliter serving, you don't have to feel the way you feel when you pound back a bunch of sugary drinks, if you know what I mean. With delicious flavors like strawberry, black cherry, mango, and lemon lime, there's a Bud Light Seltzer for everybody. Bud Light actually had to send me a second package of Bud Light Seltzer because I drank the first one too quick with Jenna and our friends because it's so dang good, okay? Sorry. I'm sorry, Bud Light. Seriously though, if you like Bud Light, and I don't know why you wouldn't, everybody drinks Bud Light. It's iconic, but if you like Bud Light, then you will love Bud Light Seltzer. If you're just hanging in the backyard, going to a house party, or even if you're recording an ad read for your weekly podcast, Bud Light Seltzer is the perfect companion. And to my Canadian listeners, don't you worry, okay? Because Bud Light Seltzer is finally in Canada. So if you're in the market for a new favorite beverage, or you see Bud Light Seltzer when you're walking through the liquor store, you can think to yourself, hey, that's the thing that Curtis was going on about. I should give it a try. Obviously, enjoy responsibly. You need to be legal drinking age to enjoy Bud Light Seltzer. But even if you aren't, just tell your mom and dad about Bud Light Seltzer and they'll probably raise your allowance because that was such a good recommendation. All right, thank you so much to Bud Light Seltzer for sponsoring this episode. Love you. Please send more. Okay. I wanted to talk about... Okay, next thing I want to talk about. Actually, I'll do a segue. Speaking of, now that iCarly is such a bad segue. Anyway, so iCarly. Now that iCarly's doing like, they could be like a whole episode where iCarly is like a budtender now, because they're like adult now. iCarly's like, we're fucking edgy now. We're adults. We're older now. I didn't watch a whole episode of the iCarly reboot because I have zero desire to watch it. I feel like I was like a little too old for iCarly when it came out. Like I still watch it sometimes, but I was like, maybe like the first season, maybe. But yeah, I never really watched it too much when it came out. So I'm not really that interested in the reboot, but I've seen some clips of it. And it's literally just like the same show, but they just say bitch now. They just say bitch and like and crap. Right? I wish they went like crazy fucking R-rated with it. Like just fuck. Like just saying the most offensive shit. Like not like offensive, but you know what I mean. Like the most like crass stuff. Like there's an episode where iCarly like accidentally like stabs a guy. He's like bleeding a bunch. They gotta like hide the body and shit. That'd be crazy. Or if they like infiltrate, you know, like fucking InfoWars or something, because it's like an internet show thing they do, right? If they just full on like iCarly got like, they did a whole like character arc where she got like radicalized to be like some crazy right wing fucking preacher. She has like an InfoWars type show. I'm iCarly. The drinking water is making the frogs gay. And then Freddy's got to like, you know, bring her to like he's got to like give a presentation about like, you know, politics to her. I don't know. That'd be great, dude. If it was like crazy fucking, just way over the top, where it's like almost funny how fucking like rude they went with it. They gotta do that with other shows though. It's the exact same show, but it's just swearing. Like if they did what's another reboot they did? I want to see what other reboot. I can't even think of any. 25 TV shows rebooting in 2021. Holy moly, man. They should do a reboot of the show Reboot. And that's the fucking tea. Do you guys remember Reboot? That show was fucking sick. Yeah, they did one for MacGyver. Okay. Oh, man. That's the way to do it, though. Yeah, like the DuckTales reboot. It's called Fucktales. That's sick. It's just for adults now, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, as if you redo something for, you know, if you redo your art later on, you know, since your audience is growing up with you and they're adults now, you just got to add swears. That's the only difference. Like how Taylor Swift is, you know, redoing all of her albums. It's just the same songs, but with swear words. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking 22. Yeah, dude. And then we're all just like bumping to it. It's like, finally, now I can relate to it. It's about time. I couldn't even understand what she was saying in the first iteration because there was no curse words. And I don't even know what dance move I'm doing right now, and now this whole thing is in this whole album is written in cursive because she's cursing so much, dude. It sounded like I just farted, but it wasn't. I promise you that. Fuck, man, that's so funny. Also, yeah, how the fuck does Taylor Swift write so many? How does she find the time? She put like 30 albums out this year. I mean, she did Folklore in 2020. No, okay, she did Lover 2019, Folklore 2020, and then Evermore 2020. And now she did what? Fearless, Taylor's version. Now she's doing what? Red, Taylor's version. 2 albums a year, dude? And what is it? Yeah. Dude, the re-recorded Red album is going to have 30 songs. Taylor, how do you do it? I guess you could say she works pretty swiftly. All right, settle down, guys. Settle down. I got to do a podcast. Come on, guys. I know. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 30 songs. And one of them is 10 minutes long. Taylor, how much Adderall do you do? Be honest. I know some of them are like already recorded, so it's easier to just re-record. It's not like just to write new songs, but still, man, that's a process, right? And I'm sure if there's like songs in the vault or whatever, the Taylor Swift vault, I'm sure she's re-recording those too, That'd be crazy if someone was like, Taylor, so how do you just, stay so busy? How do you just put out so much music? She was like, cocaine. It's cocaine. And was like fully serious about it. It's absolutely a bunch of cocaine and it works wonders. I get so much work done. Don't worry. I'm like smart with it. I'm actually like really healthy. But when I do coke, wow. I can write fucking music. Disclaimer, I'm joking. I don't think she probably doesn't even do cocaine. She's too smart for that. Okay, I'm just making a joke. This is a joke, Swifties, okay, Swifties? Please leave me alone. Curtis Connor goes off on Taylor Swift. Curtis Connor goes off on Budtenders. I'm going off on everybody, dude. Go off. Oh, shit. Yo. How long are we recording for? Okay. Do I have time to do that? I don't know. Should we do... We'll save the shitty TikTok for next week, okay? How about we'll hop into the advice segment because we got some pretty big questions we got to talk about. So let's hop over to the advice. We could do some advice. Damn, I need a jingle for my advice segment. Jingle for my advice segment. Jingle for my advice segment. All right, folks, I'm ready to go off on an advice segment. This one is from Corners. This person's name is Corners. I am a teen in a very religious household, but like 1 in 6 Gen Z people, I'm gay as all hell, dude. I came out to my parents under semi-forced circumstances. My dad cornered me after my friend posted a picture of me getting a bit too close with a girl, and I eventually spilled the beans before I was ready to. A few months later, I was going through something and decided to chop my hair off super short, e-boy style, just before my junior year. My dad immediately pulled me out of public school under the guise of me being a disobedient daughter. Granted, I hated high school anyway, so I wasn't too bummed about it. Over 2 years later, he admitted his decision was made because he wanted to give me a chance to be a human rather than an animal, referring to how he feared I cut my hair to attract girls and like date them. Whoa. Okay. This is only one of hundreds of comments he's made about queer people since I came out, none of them worth repeating. He is obviously never going to accept my sexuality based on how strictly he follows his religion, but for me it isn't as simple as just leaving the house and cutting everyone off. On the other hand, my dad is a pretty decent guy. He takes care of my family extremely well. I cannot recall anything I wanted that I couldn't have if I just asked him. He is supportive of my hobbies and interests and makes time for us. He's also an immigrant and worked his ass off to get us to the Netherlands, where we live now, and I have my rights protected. I feel like I would be betraying him if I threw that all away for the sake of living my truth, whatever that means. The last thing I want is to be ostracized from people who have so much faith in me. I also know it would put my entire family in turmoil if I decided to say, get married. It would ruin everything. I definitely want to have my cake and eat it too. And I know you're literally a straight, white, second-generation atheist who's also a dude, so you can't relate at all, but I'd like to hear your thoughts anyways. I mean, yeah, you're right about the last part. But fuck, man. We had a question similar to this a few months ago, I think. But it's that comment that your dad said about he took you out of school because to give you a chance to be a human rather than an animal because you wanted to date a girl. That's so fucked up. I'm sorry that you had to that he had to say, you had to hear that come from your dad. What the fuck? That's insane. That's textbook just dehumanizing. Your daughter. I don't have I'm sorry. It's so fucking weird. I don't mean, you said you have it's just very weird to see in the one paragraph it says, my dad thinks I'm an animal. And then right down, you said your dad is a pretty decent guy. Doesn't fucking seem like it. Sure, he takes care of your family, provides for them and stuff. But if he can't, why does it fucking matter? I don't get it. If you love it seems like he cares for his kids, right? Supportive of your hobbies and interests and makes time for you, but he can't just accept you for you, right? Because of some fucking book or some shit? That's weird, man. I just don't get it. If you're going to be like that, just don't have a kid, right? Don't have a fucking kid if you're going to be like that. But, I mean, you're very mature for, I don't know, man. Because you shouldn't have to, feel bad that you want to marry, get married one day to, a girl. That shouldn't fucking matter. Right? And if they really loved you, it wouldn't matter. I don't know. Maybe as time goes on, they'll fucking, I don't know, figure it out. Try to, learn how to be a normal fucking person. But if anyone else has some actual advice, leave them in the comments, please. Because obviously, you said it, I can't relate. I haven't gone through that. So I can't really give any good advice. Yeah, fuck, I'm sorry, dude. Okay, next question. We got a question from Florida. Wow, Florida. Okay. This is an interesting question that I really want to talk about. Okay, so recently, this is the question. Recently, with the new Bo Burnham special coming out, some old thoughts and frustrations have surfaced, and it's driving me just a tad insane. I think Bo Burnham generally is funny and talented, but he did something in the past that I can't seem to look past. Early in his career, Bo used a homophobic slur, the F slur, in multiple songs, despite presenting as and claiming to not be queer. I completely understand that he was young at the time and most likely didn't understand the gravity of his actions, but it really does bother me as a queer person that he's continued to accumulate wealth and fame without once addressing these incidents and are still viewable on his own YouTube channel. Even if he wrote one tweet about it a couple of years later condemning his use of the word, as a straight person, I would be happy, and I know I wouldn't care about it. I wish I could just not think about this, watch his new special and laugh, but no matter how much I actively try, I can't seem to be unbothered by this. I can't stand the thought of seeing him take himself so seriously while I'm thinking about what he said. I really do feel like I'm going insane because of all the people I love watching on YouTube, and even my own partner has shouted out Bo's new special and identified him as one of their favorite comedians without ever talking about or condemning these situations. Am I bugging? Is it apparently okay now for a straight person to use that word? Should I be okay with it? So yeah, I guess I don't want to be the one to be like, it's fine, get over it, I don't want to fucking say that at all. If you're offended by something and you're not happy with something, that's fine. That's totally fair. I will say, are you talking about his use in? Okay, I will say when I started doing comedy, almost it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago now. The jokes that I first wrote fucked. Like, not okay. Like straight up not okay. You know, because I didn't know. You did. I did not know. You know, I'll just say offensive shit because that's what other comics were doing. That's what I saw they were doing, you know, because, you know, you just wanted to, like, if you thought of like a joke, that's like, this is like fine, you're whatever, I just need to say it, it's going to get a laugh, you know? And I'm so glad that I was able to learn and be taught that that's not okay, right? Literally up until like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I don't know when, I was like, I didn't fully understand that, like, even when, like, I used to get called the F slur when I was in high school. All the time, right? And I didn't even know, like, if I was saying that people would call me the F slur, I would just, like, say it. Yeah, like, people call me and then I would say it. And I thought that was fine because I was just saying what they were calling me. Like, I wasn't saying it to someone. I thought I literally didn't know that wasn't okay. But now I know, you know, you just shouldn't say it at all. And it's pretty easy to just not say it. I get that now, and that's a thing, right? But yeah, I can relate to being a young comedian and just being like, whatever, it's offensive. I'm fucking edgy, dude. I don't care. I'm towing the line and I'm being provocative, you know? Because you're a kid and it's 2013, but and I've had to come to terms with stuff that I've said in the past, and I've had to, you know, account for it and apologize, and I think that's as long, I feel like, again, I don't want to speak for you. If you're not comfortable with what someone says, or if you don't want to support them and you can't look, you know, past it, then that's up to you, right? But I think it's just, I think you have to kind of look at someone and hope that they are changing, right? And learning. And I think in Bo's case, like, I honestly think that, like, now I feel like he wouldn't, you know, use those words and stuff. And yeah, it's tricky, man. It's a tricky subject for sure, but I'm just trying to give my opinion on it and what I feel without being like, it's fine. Because if it's not fine to you, then it's not fine, right? But yeah, I think it's just like, if people are genuinely trying to be a better person and like actively, like, not saying things that they shouldn't because they've learned from it, I think that's all we can really ask from people. We're always learning, right? Literally, I'm learning something new almost every day, you know? And we just have to, you know, hopefully that people will also be learning and growing at the same time. Man, Curtis Connor goes off on cancel culture. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Is apparently okay now for a straight person to use that word? No, I don't think it is. Should I be okay with it? No, you don't have to be okay with it if you're not okay with it. I don't think he would use that word now, to be honest, in terms of, you know, Bo Burnham, but that's what I think. Those are my thoughts. But yeah, always a good discussion though. What do you guys think? Leave, you know, smash a comment button below and let's chat about it. But, you know, how about we wrap it up there, guys? I'll see you guys next week for episode 150. And for y'all who want to, you know, check out the Patreon, there'll be a bonus episode next week too. So Yeah, dude. Fucking thanks for listening. This is episode 150. We had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Rate and review. Put on your story. I don't care. Do what you want. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye.